Hello everyone! And welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club! In the last episode, Sayori left school early and told us to tell everybody else that she was sick and we're walking home, and we also agreed to help Natsuki with the school fair. So, it's already Sunday. I think that's the day we're supposed to be meeting Natsuki. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. Oh yeah, today's the day. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. Has she? We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but turned into a conversation. Okay, that's good. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. Alrighty. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? No, it's not okay. We should check on her right away. Oh, transition. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Bad timing, but should have done this earlier. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Okay, is this the scene? Trigger warning! This might be the scene. You probably know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, then don't look. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we are family. Oh god, the house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. Oh no. It's already strange of her to not run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Mist! Okay, she's okay. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. Aww. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you come over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? That's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course! But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep! There's more silence between us. Oh, Sayori stares in a random direction. Oh, everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Mist. Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, If I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have been even thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me.
Sayori! I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. Don't be speaking like that! Please! I care about you very much. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile.
You really put me in a trap, Mist. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori?
You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Mist? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me.
I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Does she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me.
You don't understand at all, Mist. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I want so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then, I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do.
No, Mist. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am.
Tears streaked down Sayori's face. No, baby!
I made you join the literature club because I was so selfish.
and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one.
Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace.
Miss.
Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Mist.
Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear.
No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Miss,
Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. Oh, Sayori, baby. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing.
But all I want is for her to know that I care.
If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return.
I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Mist. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too.
Oh, Sayori lets me go. I'm gonna cry. And as she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah.
How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise.
I think that would be nice then.
Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. Oh, baby. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Which you can! Be like, hey, Natsuki, let's go to Sayori's house, and we'll do all of our stuff together. Of all the days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. No, just invite Natsuki over here! Maybe I should cancel...
No, don't! Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you.
But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head.
I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right?
It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest.
It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. Me too, man. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I'd be worrying my freaking head off. I'd be like, listen, Sayori, I'm gonna stay here with you. And just, I spent only a few minutes back at home, anxiously waiting for Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Also, I find it really interesting how they talk about Natsuki's texting style. Like, that's actually a really good detail because it gets you to, I don't know, learn the character more. I like that detail. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Oh, she's right there with her cute little shirt and her cute little skirt.
Sup?
Stop! Hey! I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform really threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison.
Jeez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I see you brought a lot of stuff. We get to see a new scene. I haven't ever seen the protagonist's kitchen before, so this is cool. I've only heard about this scene. I haven't actually done it. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies.
Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right?
Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home.
Good! Glad I could count on you to do your part.
Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly saying that, rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? Anyway, let's go to the kitchen. We're not in the kitchen?
What, you're not even gonna offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, miss?
Come on. Since when do I need to be a gentleman? Excuse me! I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy.
I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed?
I see now. Yeah, I am impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you.
It's because I'm so small, isn't it? You jerk.
Natsuki hits a fist to my chest.
Ow!
Hey! Your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much?
Eh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small, and also better than other people. But... geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I gotta teach you. What?
That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you're just speaking your mind like that.
Hey! Now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you, you know? And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri doesn't mean you should treat me like...
Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Natsuki, you think Yuri's sexy?
Forget it! I didn't say anything!
I should apologize.
Eh?
I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into bi types like yours.
How would you know that anyway?
Just trust me on this one.
Gross!
Hey! Was that to me?
Who else?
Man. Let's just get started already.
You get all sour when girls call you gross. I finally found your weakness, Mist.
Natsuki smiles deviously. Please spare me. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of her bag so we could get started. Before long, the whole kitchen is a mess. Spoons, dirty bowls, flour, spilled fluid, and plastic bags are strewn about every countertop. That's a really nice kitchen, by the way. The mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Meanwhile, Natsuki is babysitting all my movements to make sure I don't mess up her precious baking.
Mist, where did you put the food coloring? The batter's going in the oven soon, so I need to fill the trays.
I think it's still in the bag next to the table. What are you using it for?
To color the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different color. That way, even if the flavors aren't different, everyone can still pick their favorite.
Ah, that's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing?
Do you want to?
You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so...
Come on! You're not putting any heart into this at all. Can't you at least just try to have fun?
I'm having fun. I didn't mean to make the screen blink like that. I'm like, whoa! I'm not really sure what Natsuki is trying to get out of me. She wants you to participate. Meanwhile, I see her separate the batter into smaller bowls and put a few drops of food coloring into each. Ah, that does look pretty cool.
See? It's not like baking is just about following instructions. The presentation is where you get to be creative and have the most fun. It's 1,000,000 times more worth it in the end if just looking at it makes everyone's eyes lighten up.
Like the ones you made on my first day, huh? I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monika's delighted expressions. I wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Aw, that's cute. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food coloring then.
Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food coloring.
Yeah, it's getting there. We were using the electric mixer for the batter, so I got stuck with a whisk and a huge bowl for the icing.
Eh? The icing's still all lumpy. Are you even trying?
Well, yeah. It'll just take a little longer.
Jeez, I'll be here all night if you do it like that. Here, look.
Natsuki grabs the whisk from me and uses her other hand to tilt the bowl back.
You really need to beat the crap out of it.
After a few seconds, the consistency of the icing has already improved.
See?
As if to emphasize, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing and pops it in her mouth. I reluctantly start to do the same.
Hey!
Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist.
I don't want your gross fingers in my icing.
Your icing, eh? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger toward the bowl.
Don't make me beat the crap out of you next.
I'd like to see you try! I push harder, just enough for my finger to reach the icing. I triumphantly scoop some with my finger, just as Natsuki tugs with all her might. Ah! The force of Natsuki pulling me causes me to stumble, making her stumble in turn. Uh-oh.
Gross! You got it on my face!
Whose fault is that? There's a big glop of icing on Natsuki's cheek. She tries to reach it with her tongue, but it's too far away.
Jeez! You know what? Take this!
Natsuki instead wipes it off her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. You wish! I'm faster! I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back, but I grab that one as well. Aww.
Stop!
Not until you apologize for calling me gross.
Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know? Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that.
Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. Either. My accent is coming out. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. Oh.
What? Did you seriously just...
Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Here, let's look at this picture. Natsuki's embarrassed. Her face is entirely red.
Miss...
Oh, it's another expression.
You really shouldn't do that kind of things to girls unless you really like them. You know that, right?
What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? And with that, I think I should end this episode of Doki Doki Literature Club here. And we shall continue this now awkward encounter in the next episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you want. And I'll see you in the next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Bye!